Robert Pattinson has admitted he felt very much alone while filming The Batman, as he struggled with the insular feeling of the grueling shoot. Channeling his inner punk for an eclectic shoot with British GQ, the actor, 35, revealed he barely knew what was going on while on set after donning his character's famous suit for the night production. Detailing his role in the film, Robert said director Matt Reeves has strived to turn the comic book hero into a 70s noir detective story, revealing work on the film finally inspired him to step behind the camera and explore working as a producer. Given the Batman's production was paused and delayed multiple times due to the COVID pandemic, Robert admitted he was grateful that he was always able to return to the role despite the disruption. He said, "I just always had this anchor of Batman," he says. Rather than thinking you're flotsam to the news, you could feel engaged without being paralyzed by it. Everyone I know, if you had a little momentum going in your career or your life, then stopping, you had to have a reckoning with yourself. Whereas I was so incredibly busy the whole time, doing something that was also super high pressure, by far the hardest thing I've ever done. I was still playing Batman at the end of the day, even though the world might end. Describing the set as a bubble within a bubble, the former Twilight heartthrob confessed the isolated production took a toll on his mental and physical health. He continued, and the nature of the shoot was so kind of insular, always shooting at night, just really dark all the time, and I felt very much alone. Even just being in the suit all the time. You're not really allowed out of the studio with the suit on, so I barely knew what was going on at all outside. Recalling his solitary hours in the dark, adds laughing, "I mean, I was really dead afterward. I just looked at a photo of myself from April and I looked green." Robert also revealed that he has already seen a rough cut of the film ahead of his interview with the publication, explaining Hess finally began to grasp director Mott's idea for the classic Batman story. He continued, "The first shot is so jarring from any other Batman movie that it's just kind of a totally different pace. It was what Matt was saying from the first meeting I had with him, I want to do a 70s noir detective story, like The Conversation. And I kind of assumed that meant the mood board or something, the look of it. But from the first shot, it's, oh, this actually is a detective story." Since wrapping The Batman, Robert has made the bold move to step behind the camera, setting up a production deal with Warner Bros. The Tenet star confessed Hess a terrible writer, but finds molding stuff really satisfying. Comparing the thrill of pitching shows to acting, he continued, "I seem to only be able to have ideas when there's an enormous amount of adrenaline. It's almost like my process of doing anything now. I have to really feel like I've hit rock bottom. Where right up until the moment I have to perform it's, wow, I'm the most empty piece of ST. You have to feel the pain. And then suddenly it's like God gives you a little treat, here's an idea you've never thought of before. Run with this. Matt previously directed Monster Smash Cloverfield, 2008, Let Me In, 2010, and the sci-fi sequels Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, 2014, and War for the Planet of the Apes, 2017. The Batman, which is set to be one of DC's longest films with a runtime of 175 minutes, is the latest reboot of the beloved DC Comics character, and features Zoe Kravitz as the iconic character Catwoman, previously played in the movies by Michelle Pfeiffer and Anne Hathaway. Robert was officially cast as the Caped Crusader back in May 2019, after Ben Affleck left the role months before. The film also stars Paul Dano as Edward Nashton, Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon, Andy Serkis as Alfred Pennyworth and Colin Farrell as the disfigured crime lord Oswald Cobblepot. The Batman will land in cinemas on 4th of March. The March issue of British GQ is available via digital download and on newsstands on 1st of March.